Another day, another story. The ancient Maya, a diverse group of indigenous people who lived in parts of present-day Mexico, Belize, Guatemala, El Salvador and Honduras, had one of the most sophisticated and complex civilizations in the Western Hemisphere. Between about 300 and 900 AD, the Maya were responsible for a number of remarkable scientific achievements in astronomy, agriculture, engineering and communications. Welcome to Tabo Eminent Channel. The ancient Maya. Mayan civilization lasted for more than 2,000 years, but the period from about 300 AD to 900 AD, known as the Classic period, was its heyday. During that time, the Maya developed a complex understanding of astronomy. They also figured out how to grow corn, beans, squash and cassava in sometimes inhospitable places, how to build elaborate cities without modern machinery, how to communicate with one another using one of the world's first written languages, and how to measure time using not one but two complicated calendar systems. The ancient Maya civilization, which thrived in Mesoamerica from about 2000 BCE to 1500 CE, made significant achievements in various fields, including astronomy, mathematics, architecture, and agriculture. Here are some notable scientific accomplishments of the Maya. Astronomy. The Maya developed sophisticated calendar systems, including the Sokin, 260-day ritual calendar, and the Hab, 365-day solar calendar. These calendars were used for religious ceremonies, agricultural planning, and timekeeping. The Maya long count calendar was used for recording historical events and measuring long periods of time. It is based on a combination of vigesimal, base 20, and positional notation. Maya astronomers were skilled at observing the movements of celestial bodies. They tracked the cycles of the Moon, Venus, and other planets, which were important for agricultural and ceremonial purposes. Mathematics. The Maya used a vigesimal, base 20, numbering system. Their numerical symbols included dots and bars, with the number 20 represented by a shell glyph. Maya mathematicians performed complex calculations, including addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. They used a system of dots and bars to represent numbers in a positional notation similar to our decimal system. Architecture. Maya cities were meticulously planned with central plazas, pyramids, ball courts, and residential areas. The layout often aligned with astronomical features, such as solstices and equinoxes. Maya architecture included impressive structures like the pyramids of Tikal and Palenque, with precise alignments to celestial events. Temples served both religious and astronomical functions. Agriculture. To overcome the challenges of the hilly terrain in some areas, the Maya employed terrace farming, creating stepped agricultural platforms to maximize arable land. In swampy areas, the Maya constructed chinampas, artificial islands made of mud and vegetation, for agriculture. Medicine. The Maya had an extensive knowledge of medicinal plants and herbs. They used various plants for treating illnesses and injuries. Evidence suggests that the Maya practiced surgical procedures and had rudimentary dental techniques, such as tooth filing and dental decorations. The Maya made these advancements without metal tools or the wheel, demonstrating their ingenuity and a deep understanding of the natural world. Their scientific achievements played a crucial role in the cultural and societal development of the civilization. Mayan astronomy and calendar making. The Maya strongly believed in the influence of the cosmos on daily life. Consequently, Mayan knowledge and understanding of celestial bodies was advanced for their time. For example, they knew how to predict solar eclipses. They also used astrological cycles to aid in planting and harvesting and developed two calendars that are as precise as those we use today. The first, known as the calendar round, was based on two overlapping annual cycles, a 260-day sacred year and a 365-day secular year. Under this system, each day was assigned 4 pieces of identifying information, a day number and day name in the sacred calendar and a day number and month name in the secular calendar. Every 52 years counted as a single interval, or calendar round. After each interval the calendar would reset itself like a clock. Because the calendar round measured time in an endless loop, it was a poor way to fix events in an absolute chronology or in relationship to one another over a long period. For this job, a priest working in about 236 BC devised another system, a calendar that he called the long count. The long count system identified each day by counting forward from a fixed date in the distant past. In the early 20th century, scholars found that this base date was August 11th or August 13th, 3114 BC. It grouped days into sets, or cycles, as follows: Bacton, 144,000 days, Caatan, 7,200 days, Tun, 360 days, Uinal or Winal, 20 days, and Kin, 1 day. The long count calendar worked the same way that the calendar round did. It cycled through one interval after another, but its interval, known as a grand cycle, was much longer. One grand cycle was equal to 13 Bactons, or about 5,139 solar years. Pyramid at Chichen Itza. The Maya incorporated their advanced understanding of astronomy into their temples and other religious structures. The pyramid at Chichen Itza in Mexico, for example, is situated according to the sun's location during the spring and fall equinoxes. At sunset on these 2 days, the pyramid casts a shadow on itself that aligns with a carving of the head of the Mayan serpent god. The shadow forms the serpent's body. As the sun sets, the serpent appears to slither down into the earth. Mayan architecture. Mayan technology. Remarkably, the ancient Maya managed to build elaborate temples and great cities without what we would consider to be essential tools, metal and the wheel. However, they did use a number of other, modern, innovations and tools, especially in the decorative arts. For example, they built complicated looms for weaving cloth and devised a rainbow of glittery paints made from mica, a mineral that still has technological uses today. Until recently, people believed that vulcanization combining rubber with other materials to make it more durable was discovered by the American, from Connecticut, Charles Goodyear in the 19th century. However, historians now think that the Maya were producing rubber products about 3,000 years before Goodyear received his patent in 1843. How did they do it? Researchers believe that the Maya discovered this process accidentally, during a religious ritual in which they combined the rubber tree and the morning glory plant. Once they realized how strong and versatile this new material was, the Maya began to use it in a variety of ways, to make water-resistant cloth, glue, bindings for books, figurines and the large rubber balls used in the ritual game known as Pokatok. The decline of the Maya. Why the Maya abandoned their cities. Despite the Maya's remarkable scientific achievements, their culture began to decline toward the beginning of the 11th century. The cause and scope of the decline is a matter of some debate today. Some believe that the Maya were wiped out by war, while others attribute the demise to the disruption of their trade routes. Still others believe that the Maya's agricultural practices and dynamic growth resulted in climate change and deforestation. While much of what was left of the ancient Maya culture was subsumed by the Spanish conquistadors in the 16th century, the legacy of Mayan scientific achievement lives on in the discoveries that archaeologists continue to make about this amazing ancient culture. Thanks for watching. Request you to subscribe the channel.